Hello, my name is Fischer. When we think about biofuels, we tend to think about corn and ethanol. However, there are many other types of biofuels available. Today I'm here to talk to you about algae. Algae is a biofuel that is very fast growing and can double in biomass almost every day. Additionally, algae is a plant that is very high in oil content, making it an ideal biofuel. Algae can also be grown almost anywhere, and it doesn't take up arid land that would otherwise be used for fuels. So in one scenario, imagine a power plant in the middle of the desert. And this power plant is emitting a lot of CO2. And next to this power plant is a pond full of algae. The CO2 from the smokestacks is pumped through the pond of algae and bubbled up, like I'm about to demonstrate here. So this would be CO2 emitted from a power plant, bubbled up through an algae bioreactor. This is an algae bioreactor that I've created here. This algae bioreactor is created from 52 water bottles. Inside each one of these water bottles is a mixture of water, algae, and Miracle-Gro. The algae will use photosynthesis to convert the sunlight and CO2 in our atmosphere into oxygen and oil. We'll then go through a process of growing the algae, removing the water, and extracting the oil. Now I'd like to show you a little bit more about how I made the bioreactor. There are two main types of bioreactors: open bioreactors and closed bioreactors. Open bioreactors are exposed to the atmosphere. The benefit of an open bioreactor over a closed bioreactor is that an open bioreactor is less expensive to build than a closed bioreactor. The negative part of an open bioreactor is that because it's exposed to the weather, there is more variation in the temperature, as well as other species of algae and plant can blow into the culture, causing an invasive species to overwhelm the species that you're trying to grow. The benefits of a closed bioreactor is that you can control almost every parameter of a closed bioreactor. However, closed bioreactors are typically more expensive to build. This bioreactor is composed of 52 water bottles, each of which is connected to a manifold. The manifold is then connected to a main supply of CO2. Each manifold bifurcates the main supply of CO2 and allows me to adjust the exact amount that each water bottle will receive. Over the course of the next few days, I will be growing the algae using CO2 and sunlight. I will then extract the algae from the water, and then we'll extract the oil from the algae by crushing it. Once we have the oil, we will see if it can be used as fuel to produce fire. Okay, so the algae's been growing for a few days, and you can see it's significantly darker now. So now what we want to do is we want to separate out the algae from the water. And the best way I found to do this is using a paper towel and then just pouring it in. You can see it separates out a good portion of it. And you see there. Here's 3 water bottles worth of algae. It's definitely slimy. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let it dry out. I've been using a mortar and pestle to separate the algae from the oil. Okay, so I've put a wick in our algae candle. And now, as far as I know, this is the first ever algae candle ever to be produced. So let's try and light the first ever algae candle. Okay, cool. So what we've created here is a algae candle that was produced by using algae, the CO2 in the atmosphere, and sunlight. And from that we got enough energy to be able to create a candle. Just finished making the first ever algae candle. And just to give you a recap of what we did, I want to take you through the process one more time. So we started with algae, CO2, water, fertilizer, and sunlight. And through the process of photosynthesis, we had algae, oil, water, and oxygen, which was released into the atmosphere. Then we took our algae and oil combination and separated that out from the water using paper towels. Then we took our algae and oil combination, and using a mortar and pestle, we separated that out to create, added a wick to the oil, to the algae, to create an algae candle, which then we used to produce light and heat. I hope you had as much fun watching the production of the algae oil candle as I had fun making it. Until next time, bye now.